Tonight on Abiotic Factor, I get coal in my Christmas presents, this sign can't stop him because he can't read, and we experience a big bang in a very small package. Welcome back everyone! Previously on Abiotic Factor, we faced down the forces of the Order in the manufacturing sector, and dug ourselves in at the Buddhist temple for the long haul. Now we're heading even deeper into the laboratory sector. This is where the rubber truly meets the road, where the office sector had us mostly fighting monsters, and manufacturing was mostly Order soldiers. Labs has both, often at once.
I always say my science is out of control. This project is different. I feel more in control than I've ever been.
Are you sure about this, Abe?
Of course I'm sure, Janet.
Do you remember the pocket dimension? I remember the pocket dimension.
This is completely different. We're fighting fire with fire. Mance never let me try this, but if I can just bootstrap the neural array, I should be able to... Aha! Oh no. Janet!
Oh my god, it's loose.
Run, Janet.
So, the pests have gotten an upgrade. Thanks to Abe's tinkering, we now have the Electro-Pest. These things emit a lightning blast at random.
Thanks, Abe.
They do, however, now drop capacitors, which we'll need to make some sick gear later.
Thanks, Abe.
Alright, now, welcome to my favourite part of the game.
The game is also going to start throwing us curveballs, like this. IS-019, or LAYAC.
IS-091 is the most intense AV candidate we've ever encountered. Despite its appearance, it's a transcorporeal entity of some kind, invulnerable to any of the physical deterrents we've tested so far. Walls, doors, shielding, they do nothing to impede it. Intriguingly, it only appears to a single viewer at one time. Dr. Stern has that dubious honor. He identified it in the field and had followed him back here. Began materializing in the facility, looking for him like a lost puppy. Dr. Mance, Cascade Facility. 091 is contained, at last. As long as we project a strong X-ray beam and it remains steady, it seems to be no risk to anyone. Dr. Stern can sleep easy, but we do fear it may switch to another individual before long. The team have started referring to it as the LAYAC, its local name. Even Enderson, it seems. I suppose Cascade is its home now.
LAYAC will periodically lock on to one player or another, slowly approaching them whenever they aren't looking. Once it's close enough, it'll jump on them and rip them to shreds. Like Mance says, LAYAC can't be harmed or impeded in any way. At least for now. Thankfully, when she starts getting close, she'll start making weird ASMR noises. Having the subtitles on will also help.
Janet, wait for me!
Trouble again.
Oh, you're back.
Are you feeling alright?
I mean, no thanks to you idiots.
Janet got us back into labs, and we had a plan, although it didn't
I'll do you now.
quite work out. Now, we've got a new plan. But first, we need to get into the containment block and access our equipment.
But, wouldn't you know it, they've revoked our security clearance, because who needs it during an emergency? I suppose we could head back to Office Sector, down that way, and hope Warren's got a plan to save us. But that's about as likely as Thule winning a Nobel
Warren doesn't have a
Prize.
plan to get past
We've got to
the
find some
next
other
day.
way into the containment block, or this is the end of the road.
Alright, so we need to get into containment.
Before we move on, next to Janet and Abe is IS-053, the Kizz Cola machine. If you're willing to stomach a few Rontgen, Kizz Cola comes in two delicious flavours. Its normal flavour, which provides any one of a number of useful benefits, and a few bad ones. Or if you attempt to smash the machine, you'll get the bad soda, which kills you. That's all it does.
This is Dr. Derek Mance. When I visited Dr. Stern's laboratory today, he was acting oddly.
I feel
even by his standards.
suboptimal.
He seemed extremely agitated, speaking too fast to follow. Then I saw the empty can from IS-53. I would have thought a man of Dr. Stern's apparent intelligence would know better than to imbibe beverages from a dispenser that appeared literally from nowhere, restocks itself, and cannot be turned off. I will be pushing Anderson to review the protocols that allow such a device to sit in an open hallway.
Oh boy, I've made some friends. Our first stop in exploring the labs is the wildlife pens. This is where we meet the peccary sow. The sow has a few extra tricks over the normal green ones.
Oh no, apparently the
Specifically, the stinger tail that lets them launch toxic goo at you from a distance. For me though, they're very important. The milk sack that they drop, combined with Anteverse wheat that spawns all over the pens, means this is probably the best place to farm for high-level food. We'll see them later. And around the corner from the wildlife pens is the break room. This is a very popular place to set up a base thanks to— Watch out! Oh, yes it is.
The security bots have had an upgrade! Oh, lovely. The new containment bots are even faster, more heavily armoured, and come with a mean trick that lets them command grab you, breaking both of your legs, and then they carry you off to baby jail, which you cannot escape from without help.
Help.
You're a fast boy. Get fucked, nerd.
And they aren't the only ones.
Editor, cue up Double Dragon's Secrets of Soul 6 again.
The Order has mobilised the Exulum Breachers.
A guy with a shotgun rounded a corner. I don't know what I was expected to do, honestly.
These brutes are resistant to all physical damage, which includes blunt, sharp, and bullets. They're also sporting pretty heavy shotguns that will eat you alive in close quarters. They are, however, weak to electricity, and thanks to Dr. Stern's meddling, we have exactly that. The capacitors we collected can be made into lightning grenades, spear, bludgeon, and the electro thrower.
This is Dr. Mance. If you had asked me 5 years ago what our chances of using the perforation system as a stable travel network were, I would have assumed I was talking to an imbecile. Today, such a network seems within our grasp. The T3 unit, or the dark lens they're calling it, has proven exceptionally successful. There are few places on Earth we cannot access under stable conditions. And finally, we can create those stable conditions. In theory. I would say our ambitions have extended far beyond their origins. Far beyond. After our first steps in Flathill and early on-site experiments beneath the hydroplant, Dr. Lumen's dark lens is quite simply revolutionary. If anything, it's too powerful. The lens opens up an infinity of worlds to us. That said, the name appalls me. Why we gave critical equipment such a melodramatic name is beyond me. Are we scientists or B-grade villains lurking in some covert lair?
You can be both.
You could very easily be both.
You know what this is, don't you? The dark lens. The core of our perforation research. Or it was. I'd heard rumours of a threat. There are always rumours. But this is insane. They killed everyone, then removed the lens. Without it, how are we supposed to control the portals? They could appear anywhere, connect to anything. Do they realize what they've done?
You look familiar.
Oh, it's you. I came through the hole some maniac blasted in manufacturing. Obviously, a was planning on getting through the vacuum chamber to the surface elevator, but it's covered in some muck. Typical. I suppose they'll have something to deal with that in the containment block, but the place is completely locked down. It never ends. I really need a coffee.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting, Research Director. We've had an interesting development. Some kind of spore has overgrown the entire entrance of the vacuum chamber. Given the range of material tested in there, it's impossible to know how it happened, and it spreads fast, to a point. But we found a way to remove the growth. One of Lenora's crew brought material back from a fungal region in Anteverse 2, a gel of sorts that can be combined with basic reagents to create an exceedingly high-temperature reaction. It dissolves this particular growth almost instantly. Harnessing the entropy delta is all well and good, but retrieving it from the Anteverse isn't exactly easy. The place makes hell look like Club Med.
A surface elevator sounds promising, but our current objective remains unchanged. A T3 hacker is what we need to access the inner wing. Everything we need for that is up this giant, ridiculous elevator in the adjustment wing.
This right here is adjustment.
Oh, I could go for one of those.
Just give him a damn good adjusting.
Skulls for the Skull Throne.
Those are your fucking co-workers, man. What's wrong with you? And if you thought the game was done adding wrinkles, the Exors have been upgraded to Exor Monks. While base Exors shoot lightning, Monks launch radioactive quills at you. We will, however, get the opportunity to turn their own weapons against them in due time.
The self-painted variants of IS-184 are truly intriguing specimens. These priests, or monks, show clear indication of tool-making and ritualistic behavior. It seems to have formed a rudimentary civilization in one of the Anteverse 2 locations we've accessed. This raises intriguing research questions, as well as some ethical implications, I suppose. Though I'd note that these haven't stopped us previously.
We're looking for these little mini-fridge things in level 2 of adjustment. They'll contain refined carbon.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Shush! This unlocks an entire new tier of goodies, including weapons, armor, and base gubbins. The one we can make right now is putting the Enhancement Bench to use. Upgrading my basic pistol into the Auto 10, which has a built-in flashlight, reduced recoil, and increased damage. We're going to need a lot of this carbon stuff in the future, though. You know, I'm going to relent on the idea of just like, hyper-violence, and I'm just going to take up fishing. Because, this is a peaceful hobby where it's all about the patience and just love of the game. It's the craft. You've got to make sure that you know what you're eating. Blood for the blood god! Give me your flesh! Your skull! It's mine! All of it! Surrender your earthly essence to me that I may consume you and gain more power than the gods themselves.
Man, that corn corruption's really sticking, huh?
I don't know what you mean.
There is one more thing we'll need to really start getting the best out of the carbon, but that's a little ways away yet. Yeah, we should probably put all of the shooty bangs in the shooty bang box.
Why would we do that?
What the fuck? Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Hi, Grayson, you fucking weirdo. And who's this? Grayson finally shows up.
Still kicking, eh? Well, I don't mean actual kicking. Like you're still, Never mind. I found some things lying around. Maybe you want them, maybe you don't.
What did you get here?
Either way, I'll be around for a bit. Talk to me if you're
I'm going to
interested.
trigger his epilepsy.
Trading with him is one of two ways of reliably farming bullets at time of recording.
I can't just
The
give
ammunition
shit for
station
free, you
didn't
know.
get added until after we'd already finished. The other we won't see until close to the end of the game. For now, progress lies at cold storage in the laser lab. This elevator is our ticket, as it unlocks the way to the upper labs. That is where we'll find the Anteverse gem, a critical resource we will never not need. Now thankfully there's a much easier way to farm for these things, and that's the quantum exchangers. In the lower labs there's one for trading silver for carbon, and in the upper labs there's one for trading wheat for gems, at a 1-to-1 ratio no less. Holy! It's 1-to-1.
That gets us a whole suite of new items. Lightning weapons, a new tier of electronics, and so much more, it'd take all night to list. Gems become quantum glass, and containment bot CPUs become a memory brick. Becomes the T3 hacker, and we now have access to the inner wing of containment, which is a veritable treasure trove. Thank you, I think I will take an antique shotgun.
Wow, guy just really took a potentially evil shotgun. Big exclamation mark on fire right there, and he just takes it.
I can have a dangling gravity cube.
How did you get into Mensa again, by the way? Look, look. No touchy the shiny.
Huh, I wonder who that sign's for. Anyway, IS-099, the antique shotgun.
My personal disinclination towards firearms in general leaves me largely underprepared to record anything of value surrounding 099. I'm not what you might call a gun nut. I can tell you it's antique, go on about its material makeup, and even tell you how it functions on a chemical level. The answer is, mundanely, this shotgun shows no anomalous properties when held or fired. But it certainly did at one point in time. We've tried different personnel, brought it back to its place of origin, and tried several types of ammunition. At present, it bruises your shoulder when you fire it. Testing is ongoing for now.
The antique shotgun is going to be my primary firearm for the foreseeable, with shotgun shells decently available from enemy soldiers, and the pump-action Romag shotgun locked away under reloading and strength level 10. A good old double barrel will carry our efforts for a long time. And the cube! The gravity cube trinket reduces all gravity effects, letting you jump higher and fall further without getting hurt.
I have had to secure IS-52 personally, following the latest abuse of containment procedures by staff in C-blocks. I understand fully well the attraction of jumping 3 times higher than normal, or floating gently down from the 3rd story of the megalift, but the gravity cube is not a toy. While I admit to a light skip as I carried it to its containment cell, it is a profound and unique disturbance in the space-time fabric of our universe. It's also quite glowy.
But they can't all be winners.
When people ask where we found IS-0172, I tell them the truth. It was recovered from a kebab restaurant in rural Turkey, where it was being used as a doorstop. The fact that it is, by a factor of tens, the oldest known manufactured object on Earth, forged from alloys not to be invented for another 1.7 million years, was irrelevant to the owner, who accepted in exchange 50 lira and a small rock. We are no closer to identifying its creators.
That sounds kind of racist. I'm gonna be real.
We just bought his doorstopper off it and is like, look, here's 50 quid and something to replace it. Can we have it?
Not even 50 quid, probably more like $10. Sick. This is very much useful for me.
It's quite glowy. Okay, so I just looked up lira to GBP. Do you want to guess?
It's like 5 quid.
90 pence. 50 lira is 90 pence GBP. We gave the guy less than £1 in change. And a small rock. So, we we want to go down here into Baird before we move on.
Okey spokes.
So we want to talk to this handsome devil.
Oh.
So, note the angry demon face warning sign.
Could you help me, do you think? Think the stars. All I wanted was a place to rest a few hours without getting eaten or shot or minced. But I accidentally locked myself in. 2 PhDs, but you'd never know it. I'd very much prefer not to rot here, so if you could help me out, I'd be extremely grateful. And I can help.
Sure,
You
why
see,
not?
I'm confident that I can get us through the vacuum chamber to the surface elevator. In fact, I'm sure of it. If you could just get this door open. Resetting the system in the control center should open these cells and reprogram the guns out there.
I see no
And
reason
if I'm
why this
right,
would be bad.
it should give us access to the rest of the containment block too. You just have to get there, to the control center, in one piece.
Eminently doable. So yeah, that's Dr. Cahn. He will recur a whole bunch throughout the rest of the game, and there is much fan speculation as to whether or not he's actually legit.
What's up,
Incoming.
motherfuckers?
Ooh. Helmholtz. Anteverse 23. Lab Control Center. Ah, okay.
Broken. Feel free to use the spare parts. I will.
So if we find a way to teleport into Anteverse 23, that can then teleport us back out to the Lab Control Center. Handy.
This is Dr. Mance. Studying the tensor dynamics of our perforation system, there's one particular thing I've noticed. It seems that the distension of the continuum has an attractive effect, locally. Which is to say, left unguided, portals will ground their exits.
Oh, good.
near
So we
others.
just go down here to control room. Ah!
Unstable, and
So,
attempted
what have we learned?
could be exploited as
Not
way
a
to travel
damn
rapidly
thing.
around the facility. I can imagine what Dr. Thule would think of that, unless it meant getting his coffee quicker.
So this took me, I will not lie, fucking hours to figure out. Yeah, so now how do I get across?
You don't. Oh yeah, I have to register now.
I could have easily blocked you in there for that.
Okay, let's see. Bridge. Yeah, there we go.
What the fuck? So I just clipped through the bridge somehow?
Oh dear.
So that whiteboard said, in order to get to the control room, we need to get through Anteverse 23, which is right on the other side of this horde of zombies. Let them have it!
They just
I
evaporate.
just fucking disapparated that guy, get fucked. On the
Look,
hacking.
There's a key card. Oh, no, class 5. Never mind.
That's 5?
Class 5.
Oh man, there's a fucking arcade rug in there. Okay, we need to get in there. I want the fucking arcade rug.
Oh, so it's all cool when the anomalous artifacts are things that you want.
Hey, when it's cool.
Oh, here we go.
Note on IS 102. We have determined the bacteriophage recovered by Lenora's team from Anteverse 16 is a form of symbiote used by local species to assist mating. You could almost call it a love potion. Preliminary tests show the effects on mammalian biology are extremely traumatic. I have suggested Dr. Tenku not include images in her first report, if she wishes to continue her research. Update on IS 102. Human exposure to the phage has highly negative effects, transforming victims into hyper-aggressive, mindless predators. While it encourages breeding in its original hosts, human hosts seem only to consume one another. If there are useful applications of this phenomenon, I am slow to see them. I have given Tenku 2 weeks to show productive results.
This is an official broadcast from the National Civil Defense Service on behalf of the Department of Virus Research and Control. Your region has been exposed to a viral contaminant. Please remain in your homes or other secure location. Ensure you have a sufficient supply of food, water, and relevant medications. If you encounter individuals showing symptoms of disorientation, reduced motor skills, diminished speech, or heightened aggression, avoid contact by any means available. New Emergency National Health Act provisions permit the use of lethal force to prevent unauthorized entry or accidental infection due to the risk of contamination. Police, fire, medical, and other services are temporarily suspended. Further updates to follow.
The Furniture Store. Remember last time how I said that the train dimension wasn't as threatening as Flat Hill? Well, this place heard us talking smack. Our escape lies in the big central elevator, but to activate it, we need to find the 5 buttons dotted around the 3 floors of the store. We're safe to explore, for now, but the moment we hit the first button, it's go time.
So we're going to take the time to loot the place. Yeah, there's a red one, white one, and a blue one. Also, this handsome devil.
Umbrella?
The thing, the big sharp thing.
Ooh, cane sword. Ooh, card table.
Oh, we can't take the giant, ridiculous home entertainment system here. Boo.
But there's 2 things I'm particularly pleased to see.
Oh, okay, this isn't what I thought, but I found something you might like.
A whole ass sword and shield. Fucking kite shield.
Yeah.
It was around here, wasn't it?
I've found the giant fuck-off broadsword.
Give mine.
Dotted all around the store are these various Christmas presents, which, when broken, can drop a number of fun things. The only time I'll ever be pleased to get coal in my presents. I can speak English, what do you mean? Woo!
What'd you get? Nice.
Alright, the time has come to hit buttons. The best way to handle this is to work out where all the buttons are hidden before pressing any of them. As the longer you take, the more the zombie spawns will intensify. So, this button, don't press just yet, there are 5 of these buttons. Activating all 5 will activate the elevator in the centre of the building. It will also let the zombies in. Okay, I am positioned in the basement. I'm going to hit the button whenever you're ready. So we're going to try and speedrun this so we don't end up getting eaten.
Okay. There we go.
And just like that, we're through. Teamwork makes the meme work. Tidy. So up here is another one of a very popular bunch of places to make a base.
This place.
Yeah, but there's lots of power and
essentially everything respawns eventually.
Yep.
Following a malfunction of the Dark Lens, one of our TR teams was transported unexpectedly from Anteverse 16 to 23. Unfortunately, that location has been contaminated by A16's native symbiote. How such a temporal disjunction occurred, I am determined to discover. Dr. Yannick has questions to answer. As to the long-term results of this cross-contamination, I shudder to think. Our contamination of Anteverse 23 is worse than we ever feared. Recent data suggests it is not a separate universe at all, but Earth's own future. Likely only one of countless possible futures. We've noticed some distinct differences, but it is sobering to think we may have inadvertently triggered an apocalypse in one small slice of infinity.
Unfortunately, we might have been safer in the zombie-infested furniture store, as the portal dumps us out into Containment Control, which is covered in gun turrets and full of soldiers. Yay! There's a shotgun guy in here. I'm going to show him what's good.
Alright, introduce yourself.
I will free. Hostage.
Oh god. Okay, so we are now in autogun territory. Watch your fucking head. We need to very carefully move from cover to cover to avoid getting rinsed. So watch out for those red beams because the order guys are in command of the guns. Thankfully, somebody left this convenient yellow paint to show us the way.
Not sure how many shots before this thing goes kaput.
So long as we can get to the gun controls, we can take command of this entire sector.
Private note. I believe that Gate has the wherewithal, both political and practical, to withstand the attempts of almost any organization on the planet to interfere in our operations. There is only one group I'm aware of with the power to intrude on our operations here. Unfortunately, we seem to have fallen under their gaze, or perhaps always were. As much as Gate attempts to uncover the truth and technology behind the anomalies of this world, the Order seeks to suppress them. We are two antithetical principles, set to converge on a single point, and that avoids the obvious truth. If that point is our facility, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
Close to the top, there's a choke point with a sniper and a machine gun turret. And in the finest traditions of the British Army, we run right at them both and somehow come out on top.
Ooh! A grenade would be real helpful. Sniper's down.
Hooray! And behind it, we find a fun little lore tidbit. Apparently Gates guards have taken their pound of flesh out of the Order soldiers.
Facilities control center is ours. Be aware, their legions are not without resources, and victory came at a cost. A quorum of our brethren were martyred against one of Gates' heavy condottieri, which wielded some manner of dark protection. Thankfully, these pagans do not seem to have not penetrated this area in large numbers and have retreated to the keep. The way is barred. We investigate every passage. Time will reveal unto us the way. For those who skipped Latin class, a quorum is the number of people required for a meeting, and a condottieri is a mercenary captain.
So it's safe to assume the email is referring to this handsome chap.
One guy. Oh hey, it's good. And that's him. That's the one guy.
That is the one guy.
Space Marine looking motherfucker.
Oh, boxes.
Metal boxes.
Now that we're not under fire, we can actually get up to places.
Alright, the sector is now mine.
You did it.
Oh, hi Dr. Cahn.
Yeah, so so we agree that Dr. Cahn is an SCP, right?
Oh, absolutely he is. The fact that he was just like...
your debt.
The fact that he just, like, immediately fooped his way up here.
You did it. You reset the system and turned the guns on those apes. Bravo. We may yet get out of here with our skins. Now, we just need to get that odious gunk off the vacuum chamber door. But this isn't the first time we've had this problem. That goo was a curse until Dr. Lassiter opened a new portal to the Mycofields in Anteverse 2, and the TR teams discovered a substance that could remove that awful stuff. The test chamber portal may even still be open, but with the state of things, who's to say? I suppose we just have to go and find out.
Alright.
Learn what for, Gordon.
So, the security centre is now ours, and it is basically the safest place to make a base in the whole game.
Apart from the places where things can't spawn.
True, but now you may see that all the autoguns have blue targeting lasers, which means if anybody tries anything, they will get fucking rinsed. And finally, on top of this little jutty outy bit, there's a teeny little co-worker next to the vent.
On the way back, we come across an Ornate Crate. You have a small chance to find ornate keys from any Order soldiers higher than Grunts. So that's captains, rats, breachers, and some others we'll see later. Ornate crates contain a spread of various ammunition and the Sigil of the Hearth. The Sigil of the Hearth provides 10% movement speed bonus when in combat and increases the amount of ammunition enemies drop. For example, the Grunt has a chance to drop 3 to 5 9mm bullets. The Sigil ensures the drop will always be 5. I will be wearing this for most of the rest of the game, just so we're clear. Just imagine Abe and Janet just seeing me just walk by with a kite shield and the broadswords are like, what the fuck?
You just, like, tip your head slightly, Doctor.
Doctor. The entrance to the Mycofields isn't hard to find, unless you're me, apparently. It's at the very top of the main containment block with all the shrooms growing around the door. Only complication is, the portal's closed, and it needs something called Tarrasque Ichor to get it open again.
To anyone handling fluids of IS-121, the Tarrasque, be extremely careful. The I-Core has properties we've yet to fully assess, and can interfere, interrupt, or even instigate perforation events. I'm sure you're all aware of what happened to Dr. Stern last week.
Damn it, Abe.
Luckily, we recovered him unharmed. Mostly. With thanks to the staff at Tory facility, we have the Tarrasque hooked up in that insufferably hot shroom room. Please ensure you do not disturb the arrangement.
What the hell is a shroom room?
That would be on the other side of the live fire zone that you fell afoul of earlier. We can go this way and not get shot.
Does hurt. Well, actually, the zombies will probably come by and then get turned into pepper.
Yep. Hi.
You made it past the turrets. You're the first. I've been watching here since we contained IS-121. For its own safety, as much as ours. Such an incredible specimen.
That's the
Not just
Tarrasque.
its size. The capacitance of its circulatory fluid is extraordinary. Just a few drops contains enough energy to power an entire portal network. We'd barely begun to understand the possibilities.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna kill the hell out of it.
A microscopic entity in its home Anteverse. IS-121 is a staggering titan in our own. How the gatekeepers managed to secure not one, but two of these behemoths is quite frankly beyond me. I suspect it is best not to ask. They are a necessary force, confronting nightmares and returning with them in chains. 121, an incredible specimen. Our research continues.
Right, square up. The Tarrasque is a big mean brute. It'll constantly try to rush you in melee in various flavours. The only way to deal any lasting damage is to get it down and hit the big red vents on its back. Any damage not dealt to the vents doesn't count. Ideally, a strategy of running and gunning will keep you alive, but by repeatedly trading aggro between myself and Colonel, we come out on top with barely a scratch. He hasn't got much left.
Yeah, there it is. Give me your spleen. Give me your soul. Give me your arm. Yes. Blood for the skulls for the skull throne.
So yeah, what you're meant to do is to like give the guy the runaround all down here and stuff. Oh, nice. I've discovered mashed potatoes.
You discovered how to mash potatoes.
Yep.
Oh, good to see your PhD wasn't wasted.
Now on to the Mycofields. Before we go in there, we're going to need a fire proximity suit each. These are hidden around various places in the sector, but if Lady Luck isn't on your side, crafting an air compressor and trading it to the blacksmith will get you one. We're going to need this because the Mycofields are hot. As in, you will catch fire instantly, kind of hot. So you need a heat resistance of at least 3 to survive.
The Mycofields are home to 2 things we'll need in abundance: Carapace and Antigel. Carapace can be crafted into carbon plating, which is needed for the entire next tier of crafting and beyond.
Yeah, here we go. You see this little thing here? There we go. But yeah,
Plating, Carapace helm, Carapace placard.
That's what I like to hear.
And Antigel will make the next key item we need to continue on with, but we'll need at least 20 to get through that, and another door for the next episode.
This stuff. This is what we need.
Thermite Molotov.
Yeah! The Mycofields are mostly a platforming experience, carefully picking our way over jump pads and avoiding lava until we reach the top. There's a couple of little odds and ends to grab while we're at it, specifically a rope plant seed, which will be extremely helpful in making our own shortcuts later, and of course the Exor Mini, which can be found in this little trailer looking thing tucked between the wall and the filing cabinet.
Here is the And that's the Mycofields done. That wasn't so bad, was it? Taking our haul home, we can now make the Carapace armor set. A very sturdy set that provides the Thorns passive, reflecting damage back at any melee attackers. We also unlock the true power of the Enhancement Bench. Remember last time, Soup said that armor was more than just stats. Well, if you have an armor whose set you particularly like, you can enhance it, so its defense stats will keep up with the curve. The makeshift set becomes the Jugar set. The forge set becomes the Aegis set.
Carbon plating also upgrades our entire base. Carbon batteries, carbon storage crates, carbon screwdriver, carbon bed, and the key item that we need to proceed, antithermite. Just jam that sucker into the big pile of goo blocking the vacuum chamber door, and proceed unto darkness.
Let's see.
We're through.
Last 3. Do your work. Security section. Security sweep. Section sweep.
Until next time, thank you all for joining me. Good night, and much love.
Oh dear. I really must use the restroom.